Orlando Magic defeat the Chicago Bulls in a 2-point shootout, 100-91. Just barely getting to that centennial mark, but it was a slugfest, and we held on through the mud. The starters, I mean, that was the story of the game for me, Pich. They've been in a little bit of a slump, we can say, over the homestand, but coming out big on the road. The stat lines were fat, but not quite enough for Pich's parlay, but they were still good. Paolo Banchero with a huge game, 22 points, 8 of 14, 6 of 7 from the free throw line. How many boards? 4 boards tonight. Franz, man, 7 of 8 from the field. Yeah. Can we say efficient? Papi Chulo.
You glossed over Paolo Banchero, 8 of 18. 6 of his points coming at the free throw line.
Yeah.
One of those games, again, where I didn't feel like he was killing it, but definitely played better tonight all around. But he needs to improve that efficiency if he's going to become one of those 30-point scorers in this league.
For sure. I mean, he missed some shots he would want back. He's missing a couple bunnies at the rim every game. 0 for 4 from three-point. I mean, it just shows, though, the room for growth, and you can see that it's there. And it's only a half step away. It's not a crazy leap. You know, at the end of this year or maybe next year when these things start to fall for him, this 22-point game turns into a 30-point game.
But enough. Continue. Get to the man's stats. 20. Tell me about him.
18 points, 7 of 8, 3 for 4 from the line, 3 boards, 3 assists. You're talking about, I was talking about 22 there. That's Franz Wagner.
I was talking about number 20. He's the one that should
the number
lead this
one.
off,
Yes. We're burying the lead. You're right, Pich. It was a Markelle Fultz statement game, certainly. He was driving the way for the squad. He was getting into the paint, doing anything really he wanted. 8 of 15 from the floor, 18 points, flirted with a triple-double, 10 boards, 9 assists.
If our team was shooting better, he definitely clears that, gets the triple-double. Also had a fantastic chase down block.
Oh, yes.
Just doing all the little things for this team. We've been talking about it for a while now. I'm glad the fans are seeing it. I'm glad everybody's on board with Fultz doing the little things. Today, you can see it on the stat sheet with some big things. So it's nice to have him get those flowers on the scoreboard.
And he's establishing himself, if I may say, as the leader of this team. And
on court, there's no question.
Yeah. And that really didn't even take long. It's just taken long for me to kind of piece it together and really crystallize it for myself. But right when he came back from injury, he was taking shots at the end of the game, and we're like, oh, wait, hold on. But, there's Franz and Paolo on the court. And he's like, no. I've got this.
I got this.
Yeah, and that hasn't stopped.
Right.
And the guys have confidence in him, and he's making everybody better right now. You know, people want to critique the three-point shot. He took 2 tonight, missed them, but clearly he's an extremely, extremely good NBA player, even without that, because of just his incredible, just the jerkiness of his handle and the way that he's able to confuse defenders.
When he gets into the lane, he does so good at slowing his steps, getting that space against the defender in front of him, that the defender either has to completely give up or foul him. There is no blocking the shot. Yeah. He gets that space better than a lot of guys I see who drive inside. It's a very impressive skill that I don't know if guys can necessarily learn it. I think some of that stuff is just, it's inherent. Yeah. And he has it about him. He must have been really good in gym when they said, get your own personal space now. And Markelle must have just had I got plenty of space. I got all the space I need. And so he probably hung out a lot at NASA over at Cocoa Beach because that's the kind of space this guy likes. We want some more space jokes? Okay, first of all, let me say, if you're a Chicago Bulls fan, you're watching this game, you're kind of waiting for us to stop heaping praise on the Orlando Magic. I'm going to do it right now because you're not going to lose games against a team who shoots 3 of 21 from 3 very often. The Bulls 14% from 3-point range, only 3 made 3-pointers. You have to friggin' win this game because that's abysmal. Yes. Right? And almost never is that going to happen in the NBA, that a team only hits 3 3-pointers in this modern day game. Yeah. So, thank God they didn't hit a decent amount, because that would have severely enhanced our
Yeah.
lead over the course of the game and the way things played out at the end. So
I can remember us having some 15% from
Yeah.
beyond the arc games. So
right,
no
and we didn't
sympathy from
win
us,
them,
Bulls fans.
and we did not win them.
Yeah, no, we didn't. I mean, this is a type of team that we're well matched to go up against because they don't shoot the three ball well either. Like Denver is a team that we match up well against. Teams that are, as I said in the open, want to have a 2-point shooting contest.
Right.
We can bang with those guys.
We can bang with that. That's our jam. And the nice thing is because we're not behind or we're not in such a close game, we don't feel like we have to take a lot. We shot 27 3-pointers tonight. We only made 8. Not great, but a lot of the ones we took were good. They just weren't going down. So it wasn't like we were forcing them like we sometimes do to keep up with the Joneses in the 3-point department. So I think that helped us as well.
Yeah, and sometimes when we get down, as you're mentioning here, we go a little bit too early to that 3-ball and we forget who we are. So what our identity is, and our identity is in the paint and at the free throw line right now. It's impressive any night when you equalize the Chicago Bulls on free throw attempts because love them or hate them, DeMar DeRozan is an artisan. He is a painter when he's talking about getting to the free throw line. This man is a master of doing it. And, 19, they got to the 19 times. We got to the free throw stripe, took 19 charity stripe shots. So
I think it's more like the refs treat him like he's a Ming vase.
Yeah.
And we don't want to get any dust on the vase. So anybody who touches DeRozan,
they're
just calling a foul.
Yeah, but he's also has gained that reputation over time,
sure.
So he gets the benefit of the doubt. So
and as David Steele pointed out, one of the best mid-range shooters in the game, bar none.
Right.
So you have to stay up on him because you can't just give him those shots.
Yeah. So he's a very tough guard, but we did a good job on him tonight. Just want to run down some of the team stats I always like to look at. We lost the boards, actually, 44-42.
Not shocked by that. The second chance points for them kept them in it for a while.
That is very true, Pich. And we lost points in the paint. So it's an odd win here. It's an odd win here for us. And where's the difference in this one coming from then? Just our assist numbers, 24-17. I mean, that's Markelle Fultz.
Look, if you really want to break it down to what we just talked about, we hit 5 more 3-pointers than them.
Yeah.
That's it. Neither team shot them well, but we hit 5 more.
Yeah.
That's significant. It's 15 points. So that because there was a lot of guys kind of canceling each other out when you start going down the scoreboard and checking guys off. So that's the big difference. To me, the rebounding for them is what really let this stay a game. That's because there were times when we could have blown it out. But our bench definitely missed Cole Anthony tonight. You could tell that unit was a little out of sorts, where normally, as they showed also during the game, our bench is number 1 in the NBA right now, plus 3.2 when they hit the floor. You love to see that. But tonight our bench wasn't whole, and you could tell. And to be fair, the Bulls bench played very well when they were in there. They were playing inspired, like well above their name, and we got to meet some guys we didn't know about.
Yeah.
But that's the way it goes. And normally I'm more confident when our bench is in there of us taking an advantage.
I agree.
But tonight it wasn't there, and I feel like we really missed Cole in that aspect. And it's not the other guys didn't play pretty well. Yeah. I felt like Moritz played well. I feel like Jalen played a lot more tonight, but was kind of more focused on the D. But
I learned a couple things tonight. I learned definitely that I underappreciate Cole. Cole, I know you're watching, and I just wanna apologize, buddy. There's been times where I've been down on you when you've had poor shooting nights, when you've been in a slump, and I've wondered out loud sometimes. Can Cole carry us? Can Cole carry that second unit? And sir, you absolutely can, and I apologize for that. All right, I just want you to know that. And I think the other thing I learned tonight is Suggs is an off-ball guard. Mm-hmm. And we kind of knew that when we heaped too much responsibility on him early in his career, but that just crystallized even more so tonight. Yeah. He had a really fantastic stretch, maybe 4 or 5 games, where he was knocking down 3-point shots, shooting really well, as David Steele wanted to highlight, from the mid-range, coming off screens, getting to the hoop. And that is all catalyzed by Cole Anthony on that second unit, who is able to find open guys and able to dissect defenses. He's becoming a much better playmaker in his second year. So please get well soon, Cole. I hope that wrist strain or whatever it is that was holding him out tonight is nothing serious, because we need that guy back on the court as soon as possible. I agree with you. I think we often go much deeper than most teams. Even still that we've jettisoned 3 players, potentially 3 players, 2 already and 1 probably in RJ Hampton. But even with that, I still like our bench and our depth more than pretty much any team we play on a given night. But we do need the key to unlock that, and that key is Cole Anthony. I think that was clear tonight.
Caleb Houston played minutes tonight that I thought were good, and it was excellent to see. He reminded me, or us, of sort of a mini Gary Harris with what he can bring to the table. So it's nice to have a backup one of those.
He's becoming an NBA player before our eyes, Pich.
Yep.
Doing good things. I mean, the shot has always looked so pretty.
Yeah, and it was an awkward pass that he took and kind of had to remake that shot, but did and knocked it down. He wasn't trying to do too much. He just used his 13 minutes to play solid defense, pick up 5 points and 2 boards. I mean, you can't ask for much more than that from that lad at this point. We're not asking more for more. So
had a nice cut, as Michigan men might do.
I would imagine that those minutes will probably go to Chuma going forward.
At some point.
That's
an interesting question to see. We'll see what goes down with that. Anything else here? I'm looking at my notes, Pich. I'm thinking that's all that. I mean, we already talked about the second chance points. I did have a little bit of frustration with Bull and Isaac tonight, being so lanky in the paint and not pulling down.
I think they realize that now that Mo Bamba is gone, we have to get frustrated at some inside big with length, not doing big man shit.
Okay.
So they were like, we need to make our fans feel comfortable.
Right. We've got to give the court cousins some fodder.
That was probably their way of saluting Mo Bamba.
Okay.
There's a tribute.
Okay, but it's over, I hope.
Hopefully it's over, yeah, because I would like to think that Isaac's going to play a little tougher and actually jump for some rebounds and, kind of grab them and obtain them and hold on to them. You've seen this dude's arms. This dude's cut. He's in good shape. You should not be able to take the ball from him if he really, truly wants it.
He looks a little out of sorts.
Do that. Bull has always had a little bit of trouble with the turnovers and the ball possession. He's usually a little more hungry on the boards, though. There was a few times where I'm just like looking around and we didn't have a guy jump for a rebound, or the ball's loose between 4 of them. They're all looking at each other. And it's like, hey, man, go get him. Hopefully this comes up when they're reviewing and coach says, all right, you guys are going to have to run a set of suicides for every rebound you guys didn't pull down with authority. And they may have to run 7 or 8.
Hey,
based on that.
The bowl train never really left the station, but Pich and I are going to be getting on the train heading down to Florida. We're actually going to take a plane, but for the metaphor, I just needed it for the transition. Thursday in less than about a week and a half now?
Yep.
Court Cousins night, Thursday, February 23rd. They've released some more tickets in the lower bowl. You can get that group discount. We've got a bunch of giveaways. We're going to be meeting up, hanging out before and after. We want to get some of you on the show. So get your tickets at fivo.me/Court Cousins. We hope to see you all there. It's going to be great.
Are we going to talk about what we're doing this week? We got a show coming up.
Yeah, we do have a show coming up, but I don't want to give it away.
No spoilers.
No spoilers, and also just in case something falls through, I don't want to put the cart before the horse. That's all.
But just know we're excited about something. It's a mystery. So we're a lot like the Orlando Magic front office that way. And it's going to be way cooler than Goga Biadice.
Oh, yeah. Should we talk a little bit about Goga?
We just did.
Signing. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That's as much as we know.
I'm wondering how he and Wendell, are they going to have his locker right next to Wendell? Ooh. And is that going to be okay since Wendell just kind of ended his...
Well, he's already his Daddy, so it would make sense if he was next to him.
Yeah, so
he can keep an eye on him.
Yeah. We'll talk more about that maybe in episode 39, which we'll be filming this weekend. It was the Markelle show. It was a big win against an opponent who is ahead of us in the standings. Mm-hmm. I want to bring up the standings right now. There were also some other wins or some losses tonight by teams that are ahead of us who we could potentially catch depending. The Pacers lost, which was very helpful, and the Nets lost. I mean, I know the Nets are way ahead of us. They're 33-24, but some people think the bottom is going to fall out there in the second part of this, or the last third of the season, and they could be in a free fall. So maybe we are now a half game back at the Pacers in the 12th spot. This helped us. We're 2.5 out from the Bulls in the 11th spot. and 3 games from the Raptors, who we play tomorrow, which will be another big game. You heard Markelle talking about it in the postgame. They are well aware of where they stand in the playoffs, and hashtag 4 seed, Mr. 4 seed, is the guy to lead us into that play-in, hopefully.
So what is our record here? Because this thing is really messed up on my phone.
24-34. So we are
so that one's not
1 or
right.
2 wins away, too, from telling Vegas, ha sucker, and winning Pich and I some money. And maybe I imagine some of you, because we were on the bandwagon early.
I saw a lot of people talking about betting on that over. So I feel like there's going to be a number of us that are winning magic together.
Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully we can go for another one. Let's get 2 in a row tomorrow night, baby.
Another one.
Peace out.
We the best.